Hello everyone, and welcome to Chris Tech Repair. Today we'll be taking a look at this NES I got from eBay. It was listed as for parts or not working. Didn't say much in the description, but only that it was untested. It looked half decent from the photos, so I took a chance, threw in some bids, and surprisingly got it for less than I expected. £36 plus £4.79 shipping. I actually previously purchased two others, but both sellers cancelled on the sale and gave me no explanation why. Strange. Well, this one actually made it to me, and it's mine now. Fingers crossed it's not just a paperweight. It looks alright on the outside, a little yellowed and dirty, but no cracks or chipped corners, which seems to be a common thing with these. It came with two controllers. This one looks alright. Unfortunately, I did notice in the photos that the A and B button on the other controller are stuck in. Actually, they're not stuck. They're just loose. Almost like the rubber membrane isn't there. The other buttons feel fine. Also come with some AV cables. And a power supply, which looks like the original one to me. Okay, let me get this all out the way, connect it to a TV and see what happens. AV cables. And the power cable. Fingers crossed, hit the power button. Oh, no light. Nothing. That's not a good start. Just quickly check the power jack is in correctly. Seems to be. Nope, still nothing. Let me just double check the plug and make sure that the socket is actually switched on. We've all done that before. All is fine there. And still no power. I'll just quickly check again. Nope, no power. It's dead. Great. I bought a lemon. Which I'm kind of happy about, as now I get to make this video. I keep buying things as parts or untested, and they work just fine. Anyway, let's try to fix it. Obvious place to first check would be the power supply, I guess. I'll grab my multimeter and see if there's any voltage coming through. Sorry, someone knocked the front door. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, checking for voltage. Nothing? Recheck I'm actually making a connection. Nope, absolutely nothing. No volts at all. Question is, why? And is it the plug or the power brick part? Hopefully it's not that, because I don't have the tool to open it. This plug has seen better days. And the 2 screws for the cable grip thing are missing. I'll just check along the length of the cable for any obvious damage. No, that all looks okay. And the power jack looks okay. I guess I'll start with the plug. I'll just grab my screwdriver. What is it? Ah, an old school flathead. Well, if this is the original power supply, it could be from the 80s, making it older than me. Just get this screw out, and it should just come apart. Oh, I already see a couple of issues. There appears to be a burn mark in here. And the fuse is missing. Yeah, this is discoloured too. I'm guessing a fuse went pop in here. Also, whoever wired this plug did a terrible job. I don't think I'll reuse this, but I'll keep it just in case I ever sell it and they want the original plug. I'll use this one instead. Don't know what I cut this off, but I finally have a use for it. Alright, let's get these screws out and get this old plug off. Now the new one. I'll just get this old piece of cable out. At least this one has some kind of cable clamp. I prefer the ones that screw down though. Just take the earth pin out for now. It's not used and it will just get in the way. And the fuse. I like to double over the copper to give the screw more material to bite onto. Brown is the live. And blue is the neutral. Earth would be green and yellow, but we don't have one here. And now I notice my mistake. The cables are far too long, and the outer insulation doesn't reach the cable clamp. Serves me right for being lazy and trying to do it the quick way. Okay, let's do it properly. We'll cut and strip the cables to the correct length. Let's get these prongs back off. Grab these big blunt dirty pliers. Not the best tool for this job. I really should get myself one of those fancy automatic wire strippers. Just put the prongs back in, then we can work out where we need to cut. About there should be fine. Sorry if I keep going out of view. It's very difficult to see what I'm actually doing under the camera. Just bend that over. Put everything back in place and bend the neutral wire around so we can work out where to cut it. And that looks okay to me. Electricians are probably screaming right now watching me do this. Put the live wire back in and screw that down and slide it back into place. Now bend the neutral wire into place and tighten that down. A quick double check and snug all the screws down. Just making sure the cable is wedged into the cable clamp nice and securely. Yep, that will do. There was a 13 amp fuse already in this plug, but that's far too high for the NES. I'll replace it with this 3 amp one. Just grab my multimeter and check that the fuse is good. Continuity mode, should hear a beep if it's good. Yep, we have continuity. The fuse is fine. The earth prong can go back in now. Now we can just put the back on and tighten the screw up. Sorry guys, I know you came here to watch me repair an NES, and now you're just watching me change a plug. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's just part of the fault finding process. Well, let's plug it in. I was hoping to leave it in view of the camera, so if it did explode, you'd see it. Unfortunately, the cable is far too short and I can't reach the socket. But if you hear a loud bang and a girly scream, you know what happened. It's plugged in and on, no fireworks. Let's check it now. Multimeter on, switch it to AC and change the range to 20 volts. Well, we got power. 11 volts though. This power supply is only meant to be 9 volts. I do have this third-party power supply I got from eBay. It's rated for 9 volts DC, 1000 milliamps and is center positive, which should be fine as the NES can take AC or DC. Let's give it a quick test and see what this is outputting. Meter on, DC mode this time. Change the range to 20 volts. Center positive. 9.28. Yep, 9.28 volts. That's closer, but I want to see if the original works. Will 11 volts set the NES on fire? Maybe, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Plug in the original power supply we've just fixed. No pops, no bangs, no magic smoke. I think we're okay. But will it turn on? Yes! There's no game, so a flashing light is normal. The reset button interrupts the light, that's good. And just a few more presses to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Okay, that's a good sign. Now, I'll just plug in a controller. And here's a game I picked up from my local CEX yesterday. £12. Was the cheapest NES game there. To be fair, they only had like 5 of them. But it will do for testing. Slide it in. Push it down. Close the flap. And hit the power button. Yes! We've got a picture on the TV. And sound. Let me change camera angles so you can get a better look. Loads the game, the controller works, everything seems fine. I thought the game crashed here. I didn't know I had to press A. So I just sat here like a donut for a while. There we go. One of my brain cells decided to work today. Picture looks good, controller seems fine. I'll look at the other controller in another video. I think it's going to need new rubber membranes, but this NES is fixed. Not sure if changing a plug and a fuse counts as a repair, but it works. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that watched the video. If you liked what you see, please hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. I'm new to all this and it helps keep me motivated. Again, thank you.